obviously a game we're really looking forward to tomorrow. So yeah, Sweden Finland historically, a good matchup. So we're super excited.
Is it because you're such close neighbors that you love and hate each other?
I think so. I mean, U.S. Canada is the same way. So I think the rivalry comes from obviously the borders being very close and just the history between Sweden and Finland and different kind of sports. So yeah, it's exciting for us.
Even with the score being sort of one-sided last night, this is not a matchup for a team I think you would look past.
No way. You look at their lineup. They got a great lineup, and you know yourself. If you're coming off a loss, you want to bounce back right away. So we expect our best tomorrow. So we got to go out and start the game how we finished against Canada, and yeah, try and dictate the play and play aggressive, and let our instincts take over. And just when we did that against Canada, we had more flow to our game, and we were able to generate more chances. So we just got to do that from the start tomorrow.
What makes you most confident about the team coming off the game against Canada?
No, we show we can play with the best, and just goes to show the quality that we have as a group as well. So I'm super positive anything but the result for most of that game. So now we had 2 days to kind of digest that, and now our focus is solely on tomorrow and putting our best foot forward against Finland tomorrow.
What changes when they switched to Lankin and goal?
Oh, they did? Okay. No, I mean, obviously he's had a great season in Vancouver. So we'll talk to Petey and see what we can do to exploit him. But, for us, doesn't really matter who's in net on the other side. We got to get guys there. We have a lot of skill. We showed, especially that third goal, what we can do when we get time and space. And I think that would have been hard for Enigal to stop that one. So when we have time and room, we can make plays. But, it's about getting those greasy ones as well, getting shots through and getting guys to the net.
Everybody says that it's like a bunch of game sevens, but I can imagine that tomorrow really is a huge game for.
Yeah, game 8 probably tomorrow. Yeah. So no, this is just. I think it's great for hockey, and I said that all week. I think this tournament is great for the game of hockey, and obviously with the news coming out with both the Olympics and the World Cup, this is the first over, the next 3 that is best on best. So for us, super excited to be part of it, and playing against our arch rival is it's going to be fun.
Is it living up to what you expected? Is it surpassing what you expected?
No, I think yes, the pace of play has been phenomenal. That game we played against Canada, I think was set from both sides. It was one of the fastest, high-paced game we played. So, we just it's what you expect. It's tough to get into the tournament. The first few shifts, you didn't really know what to expect, but we obviously blew it out of the water. How good of a quality all 4 teams can bring to this tournament. So, no, it's been a lot of fun. I think if you ask them, they say they're the big brother, and if you ask us, we're the big brother. So, but it's doesn't matter going into tomorrow. It's a 6-minute game, and we're just going to focus on that. I didn't see the game. I was on a bus going to an away game, but obviously watching the replays and Lidstrom's goal, Hank's save with a minute left. Those are memories you forever going to keep in your mind. You go back to '94, Forsberg's shootout goal against Canada. It's way up there too. So, but obviously against Finland, that game, and I played with Niittymaki, who was in that game. So, you just know how much it stung for them, obviously. But it was a great game, and the big boys stepped up when they needed it most.
With all the experience you have playing against throughout your life, is there any way to surprise them? Like, you guys know each other inside and out, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but it's been a while since we had best on best, obviously, against them. So, we obviously played them in World Championships, but obviously a totally different team on both sides. So, but you kind of know their tendencies and how they want to play as a group. So they've had a lot of success as of late, on the international stage with the Olympics gold, a couple of World Championships gold. So they've had their advantage, or they had their success lately. So I'm sure they're not going to deviate too far from that game plan.
Yeah, obviously it's going to be a fun game. Like I said before, I played against Finland a lot in my international career, so yeah, it'll be fun. And obviously, most important, like you said, to try to get to the final. I think tomorrow's game is pretty big for us.
Can you kind of explain for us in North America what this Finland Rivalry is?
I mean, I would say it's the same. Canada, USA, like that's just what it is.
What did it stood out about the atmosphere on Wednesday against Canada?
Yeah, I mean, it was insane. It was wild. Something that I'll never forget, that's for sure. I mean, Mario came out on the ice. It's crazy. So something you won't forget. Tough start for me taking a high-sticking penalty, but I mean, battle back, and I mean, we're close to OT.
Austin's getting booed pretty regularly. You heard some boos. Like, what was that moment like when you started?
Yeah, it was just funny moment.
How did you feel? You mentioned the penalty, not an easy start. How did you feel about your game just in general?
I think it got better as the game went on. That's just building off of it. I mean, going into the next game.
You probably hated to see it, but what did you think of Mitch?
Yeah, obviously it was a nice goal. I wish we would have scored, but that's the way it goes, and I'm happy for him.
You messaged him at all, William, afterwards? Or
Yeah, I texted him.
What did you say? Just congrats? Or
I forgot what I said, but I said like nice game or whatever, nice goal. I can't remember, but yeah.
Beyond the hockey and the Bell Center and all of that, what did it come to like?
Yeah, I mean, the city, wonderful city, great restaurants. I mean, we don't usually get to spend a lot of time when we fly in, have a dinner, go to bed and the game next day. So, Kentucky.
William, how much better do you think your team possibly could be coming up Saturday against Team Finland, based upon the fact that you survived that first period and really came on strong against Canada on Wednesday?
Yeah, I think that, we just got to build off of the way we probably played the two periods, the 2 periods there at the end and throughout OT. I think we had a good game there.
Well, talking to all the players, and Drew Doughty and one in particular said that was the fastest game he's ever played in. Can you compare what you're playing on a regular basis in the NHL to the intensity we saw in the opener on Wednesday?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it would probably be more like a first period in the first round playoff game, or the first playoff game of a series. I think that's kind of what the pace was like.
The crowd support obviously has been great for the first couple of games of the tournament. What do you expect on Saturday? Fairly even split between Swedish fans and Finnish fans, do you think?
Yeah, for sure. I think it'll be an even split, but I think it'll be fun. I'm just excited to play tomorrow.
From your perspective, I mean, what does it mean to you, Sweden versus Finland? It's been such a great rivalry over the years. Your dad was involved in it so often, of course, in decades gone by as well. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun to play against Finland, and I mean, competing against their best players.
They're down a couple of defensemen, obviously, coming into the tournament with no Miro Heiskanen. How can you take advantage of that, do you think, as early as Saturday?
Look, I mean, they got other D that are great back there, and I mean, have great depth, so it's tough that they're missing him, obviously, one of the best defensemen there is playing in the league right now. So, but yeah, I mean, we just got to play our game and focus on what we have to do.
What's it been like for you to get together with these guys on the ice and off the ice the last couple of days and this week? And, maybe some guys you knew pretty well and maybe some guys you're getting to know for the first time. What's that been like?
Yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun being here with all the Swedes and, getting to know everybody. So I'm having a lot of fun.
All right, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Tracy Myers, NHL.com, afternoon. It didn't look like you had any changes in your lineup. Are you expecting to have the entire same lineup tomorrow?
Yeah, we're looking at everybody's healthy, everybody's fresh, so hopefully we can dress the team exactly the way we want it tomorrow. So, but let's see tomorrow.
That includes Gustafsson, most likely?
Yep, Gus is going to start in net. Yep.
Other questions for Sam? Second row on the left.
Steve Wino, City Press. A little off the wall one for you. I know you're focused on this tournament, but have you ever thought about coaching in the NHL? Is that something that's ever kind of crossed your mind in terms of something you want to do at some point in your career, not immediately?
I think up until I was like 15, I dreamt about playing in NHL. Then the other guys skated faster than me. So I think that everyone in the business wants to be in the NHL, where the best are. Then you have to be honest about, if I want to get a chance to coach in NHL. I think you need to go probably the long way around. Come over and start in AHL just like most of the players do. And then other things come in. Am I ready to do that? Coaching in Sweden or in Europe, you have a pretty good, great players, great venues, big crowds, all that. So one day I dream about being in NHL. If I'm ready to make that jump soon or later, I don't know. But you want to be with the best.
Stay in that same row.
Tom Galletti, NHL.com. I think you said after the last game you thought like Nylander got a little better as the game went on. What do you see from that line there in general, and you need more from them?
Yeah, I think we want more from our whole team. I think that's pretty like the consensus we're having in our group, that we need to take a step as a team here. And I think that we're all humans. The build-up for this has been pretty big. It's a big stage. I think a lot of players with a ton of experience on both sides of the ice from our starting game felt the butterflies. So I think just that under our belt, hopefully we can relax a bit more and get going with a foot on the gas from the start tomorrow.
Right side, third row.
Sam, with as many touches as your top centers get, Zibanejad, Pettersson, what would you like to see them do to impact the game offensively?
Well, number one, I want them to be solid. I want them to do what they did starting game against Canada, playing smart hockey. Then there's tight, because you play 5 really good players. There's not much room out there. So again, I would say it's a team thing. Who has the best touches, who has the last touches, doesn't really matter. I think both the names you brought up here really stood for a good game. I think, like I said, the whole team, me included, we all want to do a bit better tomorrow.
Left side, third row.
Hi, Sam. Back home, and for both teams in Sweden and Finland, it's, a primetime Saturday night game, in Europe. As someone with international experience like yourself, what are those Sweden-Finland games like?
Tight. Just, that the team on the other side is going to do everything to keep the puck out there now and go through walls to get it in the offensive net. So that's what we're preparing for, a really tough battle. And then I just want to say in that, to really get to where we want to have our game, we need to also have our shoulders down and a bit of swag and relaxed. So I hope we're not coming into that game just, steam, fuming and just thinking about the battles. So I think the balance, the team that can control their balance there, to be ready to make the plays when they're there, but also be ready to block the shots, is going to be the team winning that game.
We'll take one more in English and then switch to Swedish. Right side, standing.
Coach, I just want to know what the rivalry between Finland means to you.
Nowadays, talking rivalries, I've done this a couple of times, so I'm trying to remember what I said yesterday. But we are, it's a brotherly kind of love and hate relationship that gone back for a long time. And I had a name up last night, but you didn't know that guy. So I guess, ask the Finns about Mats Sundin. That's just somebody, and you start talking about Saku Koivu to us, and we're like, with all the respect in that. So we like to beat each other, just like it is. Around here, probably in Montreal, you celebrate a win over Toronto more than winning over Carolina. In this tournament, there's no bad teams. You have to win them all, but